Hello, folks. This is my opinion piece on the 2024 election. In my opinion, if Trump doesn't win, this is 100% fact that there will be no world peace because Kamala Harris and the people that pay her, like these companies that make money off war, do not want these profitable wars to end. I believe Kamala Harris is going to win, not because she's the better candidate, but because the Democrats are cheating so much better with much more help. The media, world governments, etc. World governments would have an easier time with life if Kamala got elected because they can do whatever they want and not have to worry about being checked about anything as long as they give Kamala her check. Cha-ching. A lot of these states like New York and Pennsylvania have already announced about a week ago that they're going to be counting longer than election day, which is code word for we will be cheating. These states will count until their desired outcome is achieved. There's no end in sight for the counting in these states unless their Democratic candidate has won. They think that just because they are Democrat strongholds, that they will always be Democrat strongholds like state of New York, and no one will see the difference. But as many other people know, times are changing. Nobody in these Democratic strongholds actually feels the same way about Democrats as they did years ago. So their opinion will not be able to be expressed because these elites are going to count for days and days and days after the election until the elites get their candidate that they want into office, who will all put us into the poorhouse. Now, whether you're black, white, Mexican, gay, transgender, or not, we will all be in the poorhouse much more if we elect Kamala. What we need is whistleblowers in these districts that are supposedly strong Democratic strongholds to come out and let us know that these shenanigans are going on. Also, we need to protect these whistleblowers and actually take every claim seriously, unless we find out it's false or whatnot. We're going to make our criteria for what we would consider false or whatnot. In 2020, there were so many people that came forward about the fraud in Michigan and nothing was done about it. Is that what we're going to do about it this time? Nothing. Even if we do find people cheating and election officials cheating, there seem to be no consequences, just like in 2020, because we don't have any safe measures in place. And yet I hear people running around saying that they have this state fortified and defortified and that state fortified and defortified, but yet there are judges making decisions about how the elections are going to be held 2 weeks before the election. So Fulton County Superior Court Judge Thomas Cox ruled that 7 new law changes voted into law by the state election board are illegal, unconstitutional, and void. Well, that's nice that he has an opinion, but the election board for the state that has a right to vote whatever rules they want to vote in within reason. If the judge has a constitutional issue with it, he must state how it violates the actual Constitution before he can invalidate anything. But it's nice for him to let us know his opinion. Since he's down there in Fulton County, Georgia, where Trump got arrested and had his famous mugshot, a lot of criminal things going on down in that county. Talking about machines changing votes, I have an experience with this when I lived in Pennsylvania back in 2008. So I'm going to tell you the story. So back in 2008, when most people didn't think John McCain was as crazy as he actually was, I was actually going to vote for John McCain. And since I lived in Pennsylvania, I went to my local voting office and did just that. I voted for John McCain, and then all of a sudden, at the end, it changed my vote to Obama. It asked me if I agreed with this vote, and I put no, and then it processed me as voting for Obama anyways. The people at the voting place said they couldn't do anything for me, and there was no one else for me to call. I called state officials in PA, and they said there was nothing I could do. In 2008, I even called the government offices in Harrisburg, PA, the capital of PA, and they said Philadelphia acts like they run the state, and they don't listen to us. They pretty much told me that Philadelphia pretty much ran things in the state, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. I said, oh, nice. So I believe that a lot of that kind of vote changing slash cheating also occurred in 2020. And if they've already gotten away with it in 2008 with me, and we really haven't stopped that kind of cheating from happening, it's going to happen in 2024 as well. I definitely feel it's going to happen in this election. This is exactly why the polls are useless, because Kamala Harris is not even close to Donald Trump. She had to drop out of the 2020 election with only getting 1%. She's not popular. And in this election, I believe she's still getting about 1%. And Donald Trump is getting about 99%. But these are not honest polls that are being put on TV, the internet, etc. And I know people are going to say that I'm black pilled, but I'm just going to be honest. The Democrats cheating is the largest factor in this election. Why in 2020 did 5 states stop counting votes at 1 a.m. and then at 3 a.m. all of a sudden the states that shut down started counting again, and they only got votes for Joe Biden in the hundreds of thousands, like 200,000 votes for Wisconsin just for Joe Biden only, but not one single vote for Trump in all of that. And 200,000 votes in Michigan for Biden only within 2 hours, but not one single vote for Trump in all that either. It's not even statistically possible. That was all coordinated, no matter what anybody says. And I guess we're just going to have to let it happen again in 2024 again, right? I want Trump to win, but with all the cheating going on, I don't think it's possible. Even though no one wants Kamala, the polls are useless. A lot of people are making a living off these polls. But I'm sorry, these people can put whatever numbers they want for the polls. There's no way that Kamala even comes close to Trump. Do regular American people really want higher prices on groceries, gas, and higher taxes? No, they don't. They can't barely even live as it is right now. It's already hard enough to live in America with what Kamala and Joe have done. These prices going up in the last 3.5 years. And yes, Kamala and Joe are responsible for this. Did they overspend? Yes, they did. Inflation increases at the exact rate of government spending. So maybe we shouldn't have given all this extra money away to Ukraine and all these other countries when people are suffering here in America, especially these people that have hurricanes hit their houses, like Hurricane Helene recently. But Kamala only wants to give them $750, while Ukraine gets billions. I wonder how much Ukraine is sending back to these politicians after Ukraine receives the money. Someone asked Kamala Harris the other day what she would do different than Joe Biden's policies, and she couldn't come up with an answer because she agrees with everything Joe Biden has done. And you'll hear Kamala listen to what Trump is offering, and then she'll steal the same policy and pretend she came up with it herself. But if Trump actually wins, are the Democrats going to be okay with that? Are they going to have a peaceful transfer of power? Or do we have to be on the offense? You decide for yourself. Have a great day, guys. Take care.